Uh, Hi, I'm Naveen. So I know this current student union been doing some great things, but I wasn't aware of it till September. I've been here. It's been a year. I'm a January intake last year, but for 6 months I didn't know about the societies. I didn't know anything about the events that were happening. I was scared to talk to anyone. I mean, there wasn't like communication between others. I was like so cornered. I didn't know about any events. So it's like after September, I became a student ambassador. Then I got to know I missed so many things. I didn't attend so many societies. Then later I joined some society, but it was too late. Then my assignment started. Maybe help students with that. Maybe start with that. Maybe communicate more with students. Let them know you can have fun with your academics too. Because I think I missed most of them. Now I'm still lagging. Maybe I'm trying to do best, but maybe start with that. Yeah.
Hello, Shemai everyone. I'm Natalia, the current Vice President at Cardiff Met SU, and I will be running currently for the next year of presidency. So I've taken this year as a lot of learning indeed. Scoping, definitely transitioning and being a student. So last July I graduated from Sports and Exercise Science at Cardiff Met, ran for the position and was very lucky to get elected in. This year I want to continue my learning. So if I was president, I would be a competent leader. Everything that I've learned this year, not only from Student Voice, but going forward, that the decisions that the university and the students make is for students with their voice running it. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that I've learned transitioning from student to staff member, especially that we've touched on recently with the vice president's candidates between cost of living, what we're facing. A lot of the stuff that we do in the students' union, students don't know about. Recently touched on by yourself. And it's for me a big part of my journey. I'm a female rugby player. I compete for Cardiff Met. If I didn't have that extra curriculum, that part of what I'm used to, would I have got through my 3 years? Who knows? It's what kept me in my personnel. It's what put the CV choices on to make sure that I wanted to make the career progression indeed. And that's what I want to inspire other students to do, to know that my voice is just as important as their voice and they can share it through me comfortably. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Bradley Bunce, and I'm running for president to increase student voice mainly. So I've been in higher education for about 7 years now. This isn't the first university I've been part of. My prior universities and even years before now, I felt like I wasn't heard as a student. I feel like we can change that as an SU all together. This is why I'm trying to push for higher engagement. People can stand out if they do well. If they do well, they should get rewarded. At the moment, I don't feel like students are getting rewarded for the work they put in. Currently, I am the Rock Climbing Society leader. I am part of the ambassadors. I'm part of the course representative team. I'm trying to do all this to get students engaged, to make sure that you are all happy at Cardiff Met. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ash. I am the current environmental PTO. I don't know if any of you guys go to the community days on Llandaff campus, but you might see me around there. If I were to be elected president, I would really want to continue doing things like that. I think it's super important that as the president, we are engaging directly with students. I've been a course rep. I was my first 2 years here. And really, to a point, struggles to get into contact with the SU. I think a lot of students feel similar to this. Students don't always know what the SU does, and it's so important to me that students know that we're there, what we're doing, how they can engage with us, and how we can help them. Thank you. Like I said, I think the biggest thing for me would be that direct engagement with students. I know that our current president has put on certain events that have really meant that she has managed to engage with students. Our Valley event was a really big success, and I would love to carry on doing stuff like that, really getting to know students, getting to know the course reps, so that I know that I am being fed back exactly what students want, so I can really help support their voice and what students want the university to be. We're paying £9,000 a year and it should be an enjoyable experience, if a little stressful. Thank you.
If I was elected president, I would definitely look towards improving the sense of belonging in students. I don't feel like a lot of students actually belong to Cardiff Met at the moment. They won't say that. I feel like we can improve that by increasing engagement, making sure that there's a social space for students and a happy place where they can engage with others.
Thank you. So if I was elected president for next year, I would like to change a few things, starting from what I recently just spoke about regarding extracurriculum. Not everybody can afford to be a part of something. There's a cost for everything, okay? So hopefully putting in potential bursaries, working with the universities, so students can be a part of something. Similar to what you just said with belonging, you don't always know before you get to higher education what your interest is. So how do you find it out? We have a student engagement team within the Students' Union, but we sit in an office. How many times without a scheduled event do we get out, do we talk to students, okay? And it's the same for the staff that work within sports, not only for the Students' Union, but for the university as well. It's really important that we liaise with each other. So a big part of being a SAB so far, I've learned that it's great to speak to students, but a lot of our staff members aren't aware what students want and make the assumption they do know. So for going forward, if I am president, which I hope I am, I will be looking at the voices that need to be heard in the areas that a lot of people think that aren't important.
I totally forgot what to. Okay, got it.
Do you want me to repeat the question?
That's fine. So, like I said, most of the problem with from my personal experience is like communication. So, I was aware that there is a commuter kitchen that you can use your microwave ovens like to heat your food, and you can stay out how much longer you want in the university. But many of the students I've been friends with, they don't know about this stuff. So maybe have a clear communication with them and let them know we can do much more and be their voice. Here, listen to them. Maybe focus on what they really want. Hopefully it's not bad luck. So I didn't join society till September. I think the first society I joined was Climbing Society. Bradley was my first friend, I guess, like white guy, maybe. He's also Bradley. So if I didn't stand, I vote for him, but sorry. People should be more aware about societies and events and get them more engaging. I recently came to know about the food facilities, like if you get any hot food, you will get some healthy foods for free. I didn't know that, like I just came to recently aware of that. Maybe let them know and maybe have plan with some catering department and maybe come up with some ideas to already maybe reduce the price for some specific products, some foods, and maybe do it better. Right?
Cool, thank you. So in order to increase visibility, something that I'd be really keen to work on as a sabbatical, as a president in fact, would be physically in attendance. So it's great, we run events, we run sports, Bucks Wednesdays, meetups, attend them. As a president, that's what I will do. As a vice, currently, that's what I do. For example, we had Diwali event, we had LGBT night, we had an interfaith event on Landaf campus, all of which I was present on. That's where I get my feedback from students. Students know that the website exists. We use social media, but we don't approach them until we need them. Why should we wait until we're in need of something to know that it's there? We shouldn't, okay? And that's not just for home students, it's for international students as well. I'm a home student, I'm originally from London, okay? It wasn't until I came to university I met people from all across the world. India, Nigeria, Europe countries. That's where I made a lot of my friends, okay? That's actually how I got approached to run in the first place. So it's about connecting with people, networking, not only with our seniors, but with the people that we work with as well. So thanks.
Hello again. to increase on student engagement, was it? So I plan to show you more than tell you. Currently, this week, I plan to bring this box around with me everywhere I go. I'm calling this the BBB, the Bradley Brain Box. So every student will have the opportunity to submit their questions in here, and I will answer them on Instagram by the end of the day, live, telling you exactly what I can do for you. So I can't wait to answer your questions.
Thank you. Very similar to Natalia, one of the big things that I would be looking to do is actually physically getting out around the campus. I'm on the Llandaff campus normally, and I know that a lot of students there feel that the SU is very centred on the Kincoid campus. I am really hoping to bring engagement back to both campuses, but I want to bring the SU space, the environment, the community back to Llandaff. I feel like that's a massive thing that we are missing. So if I was elected president, I would probably be switching between the two offices as much as I could, going to events, making sure that students knew who I was. I think it's very difficult sometimes. I'm someone who really struggles with faces, to sort of know who someone is. So just making myself visible in that way, and making sure students know that I am someone you can come and talk to. You know, tell me your problems and I will see what I can do. I'm always up for a challenge. Thank you.
Yeah, so most of the students are not aware about their websites and Instagram, so they think even if you ask them a question, we won't reply. So make sure we are more engaging in Instagram, like social media accounts, and do more talk to them personally, do more physical interactions, and maybe have like a representative everywhere so they can reach to a small, put them into a small groups, like maybe they might feel comfortable around, so they won't mind asking these questions and they can let us know more. So it can work. Maybe that will increase the visibility of the university's events.
Hello, I won't repeat myself, talking about the box again, I'm sure you're fed up of it already. If you don't know, lecturers have to go through these tasks called QEDs. These are how lecturers learn how to teach you. I believe that some of these could become instrumental to engaging with students if we made them mandatory. If some were mandatory about communication with students to lecturers, then we would have every lecturer being able to communicate properly with students. And of course, the SU will be doing the same.
So I have been one of the people who has sort of to a point suffered from the lack of communications. Events that I run, I find are often poorly attended. So I am so aware of how important communication is. Like I said before, one of the big things for me would be just getting out there, talking to students. And once you're talking to students, you can say, hey, how do I contact you best in the future? That's going to be something that's so important to me. Is it emails? Is it posters? Is it, I'm sat in the office, come and talk to me? That would be something that's so important to me. I want to know what's going on and how I can help people and improve their experience.
Cool, thank you. So to increase the comms and actually improve them, I would generally put forward to highlight student voice, but how are we going to do that? So we have emails, right? We get emails from the university on a daily basis, and we get SU emails as well. Fantastic, we get told to do surveys all the time, but where's that feedback going? When you submit your feedback, do you hear back from the results? Do you find out what the university or the Students' Union have done? 9 times out of 10, no. We spoke a lot about today about career progression, part-time jobs, employability. When you think about it, do you know how to do that before you ask, before you look for it? I've spoken to students in my role as a vice president this year a lot, trying to find out what they know. What did you know before you come to higher education, and what do you need now? Trying to get that communication, because I went on the website. Before I got this role, I went on the SU website. I was like, what do I need to know to be in my post? But when I relayed that information to students, they had no idea it existed. So going forward, I want students to know there's a careers service. Go and get help with your CV. interview prep. Yeah, there's an SU. We've got a private, independent support and advice service. Okay, if you need that assistance, come and get it. And as sabbaticals, we should be out there. You should know our faces. You should know the rep team. You should know the part-time officers. And if you don't, we're doing something wrong. So to change that, I want to ask students, not through survey. I want to go up to students. I want to make them feel comfortable with me as their leader, as their representative, as their voice through them.
So yeah, as Natalie mentioned, like 9 out of 10, we don't properly get a response from this. So through Instagram or mail. So basically what I think is like we have like so many representatives, like there is like international student ambassadors, normal student ambassadors. But sometimes the events organized by the student union they won't even be convinced like to international student ambassador like me. I don't even know about the events. So people who are comfortable talking with me, I can't even share the events to them. So maybe if we are organizing any events or communicating anything related to academics, anything related to societies, maybe let the representative, each and every representative knows, and they can know, let them know to their friends, and yeah, that might help.
Hello, I've been doing quite a bit of research into international students and their struggles lately, where I've been going around and talking to them and seeing what I can do as their president. One thing that I've come across is the sleeping. They are stuck, they don't have somewhere to sleep at night, they're on campus, they don't have accommodation, and this is a problem that the SU should be focusing on. We shouldn't let our students not be housed. We should make sure there's somewhere for them to sleep safely, even if there's not somewhere to actually house them. That's why I'd like to introduce sleeping pods to the campus, where they can sleep comfortably if they have nowhere else to go.
Thank you. So currently in post as a vice president, it took me by shock in September in the intake when I found out international students were struggling so much. Did I know what to do at the time? Absolutely not. Was I prepared to make a change, even if it killed me if I tried? Most definitely. What did I do? I went out and I spoke to the different groups. I don't know if you've recognised me before on campus, not in my role, but I also work part-time in the gym, especially on the weekends. And that's when I started to see out of hours campus being used in a different way. International students, what do you know before you come to Cardiff Met? A lot of it you find out the day your suitcase touches off that plane and you get to campus. I recently found out sometimes you have an agent. What the messages come through the agent is not likely to be the same when you get here. How can we change that at Cardiff Met? I recently found out that the university released comms to international students before they get here, and they weren't up to date. Okay, they weren't. With the cost of living crisis, costs have changed. What you may have budgeted for before you get here may not be in the same budgets as what people were pricing, accommodation. UK guarantors, massive issue. A lot of international students do not know what a guarantor is, nor do they have one, or have anybody they can ask in the university about advice around this. So it's all about, it's linking back to that comms piece, linking about helping them. The community kitchen is fantastic for international students. It makes them make food at home, food that you like, food that you can come on campus and eat and socialise, but unfortunately it seems to be being used in difficult ways because students don't have another option.
As an international student, I mean, the first priority is food, I guess. That's the thing I've been struggling for so long. I've been changed to like having one meal a day. I think most of my friends here have been having the same trouble. So that's what when I said like, maybe if I become president, have a talk with the catering team, maybe have some foods a little bit cheaper, maybe reduce the cost a little bit, and let the students know we have like healthier options like apple. I didn't even know that like few days before. Then I was like starving myself for so long. If I wake up, I'll feel hungry, so I'll be sleeping all day. Usually it's not good. It damages my health. So let the students know, and international, there is most of the international students are struggling with the jobs. Maybe help them with that, and make a plan and do better.
Quick, I promise. I think that, like Naveen just said, one of the biggest things, my first thought would be food. Obviously, having to sleep at university is not ideal in any way. But one of the really quick, simple things we could be doing that would have an immediate effect would be support with buying food on campus. We don't have an SU shop at Llandaff. That's another thing I'm so keen to get back. Some way that you could cheaply buy food that is going to keep your stomach full for the day. I know what it's like to have to choose between the electric bill and eating breakfast, and it's not something we should be letting our students go through. Times are hard, but we have got the money to do it, and I really believe that we can make a massive difference with just a few small changes.
So, if I become president, the first thing I'll do is make sure we have proper communication with students. I think that solves most of the issues. And properly organize events, let them know there are events, let them know there are foods and free stuff. Sorry about that. Usually no one bothers to call me, I don't know what's happening. So have better communication with students and do better.
What I aim to bring as president, if elected, is the importance of your voice. Your vote is your voice, essentially. It doesn't matter if it's the university elections, general elections, it's your count. You may think it's just one, but together it's multiple. And that's something that I took ages to find out. I thought that my voice didn't matter. I thought that if I didn't say it, nobody else will. Nobody else is saying it, so then why should I? I went into a panic in my third year, didn't know what next, and the elections just popped up. Right place, right time. I saw that one poster. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but now look at me. I'm a competent leader, a leader for change. Yeah, you may think it's cringy or what is she doing this again? Okay, but I'm not just a leader in the SU. I'm a leader on my rugby pitch. I'm a leader in my part-time job. Okay, I like to collect the information. I want people to feel safe and feel that their voice is important. You're not just a student at university. You're a person. You're a human. Okay, get involved in that sports. Get involved in that part-time job. Okay, every arrow. Every bow has bits of the strings to the arrow, yeah? I'm sure you knew what I was about to go. I was trying to get there, right? But yeah, put your trust in me. Make a return of a voice you know.
Hello, I think for the final time. If I get elected, I want to show you that I'm running for this role purely for you students. I'm a second year student. I could just carry on with my third year, forget about university, get through it, should get a job, but no. I want to stay here for you, to help you, to shine a light on where we can help you as the SU. Thank you.
I forgot what I was going to say. If I was voted president, I would be so focused on how we are engaging with students, what students want, what students know, and how we can improve that knowledge. I'm going to be really cringy. You can get more with Morley. Please vote for me. Thank you.